What is good, Henry? I am here to answer your question about e-commerce SEO and how to lay out the hours, what to focus on, whether it's keyword research, content generation, etc. And I'm actually going to do so through the scope of two proposals that I sent on behalf of my agency, Webris. This past week, one was for an e-commerce, one was for a B2B client. So I'm going to show you how I broke down those hours and explain to you why. So let me pull up the two different pricing strategies that I have here. Let me move my big old head, get myself out the way. Okay, so what you're looking at here is the pricing campaign breakdown that you have access to in the blueprint. This is a template. This is what I use to price out every single SEO proposal that we send. Gets tremendously good responses from the people that we send it to, because what it does is it clearly lays out our hours and how we're going to spend those hours every month for a client. So it really mitigates against that. Hey, what are you doing for this month? They know ahead of time. They don't have to bother you down the line. So this helps out a lot. So this is the B2B one. This is the e-commerce one. So the main difference here between e-commerce and B2B SEO is just where you're allocating your hours in regards to focusing on bottom funnel versus top funnel keywords and pages. So what that means is if you look at a website, the bottom funnel pages are going to be the product pages, the service pages, anything that they're using as a landing page or sales page to generate revenue. Mid-top funnel is going to be resource pages, blog content, etc. So what that means is that for a B2B campaign, you're going to have a lot less of those bottom funnel pages, right? And the way that we teach SEO in the blueprint is to always go after the bottom funnel pages first, right? We want to try and turn around traffic to pages that are going to drive more revenue for that client because it's going to make them happy. And it's going to extend the life of that agreement that you have with them. So we want to focus first in the first initial efforts going after those low-hanging fruit, bottom funnel pages that generate revenue. So again, if that's e-commerce, that's going to be product and category. Those are the pages that they make money from. If it's going to be B2B, so it could be a software company, it could be a service company like an agency, it could be like a construction company, it could be a rehab facility, something like that. They're going to have a lot less, right? They're probably only going to have, 2 to 10 service or product or benefits pages, whereas an e-commerce company is going to have hundreds, thousands of those pages. So let's start with B2B. What you have here is the hours breakdown. And you can see here that I have it broken down by buckets. So technical SEO, keyword research, on-page, content, analytics, link building, project management. And you can see how the first 2 months are focused on technical SEO and keyword research. I do about, for a B2B company, usually these are WordPress websites. You don't need to do too much technical SEO. We'll run our website quality audit. That's pretty much the only technical SEO we'll do for these companies. It's more than enough, and we're highly profitable on those hours for that client. And then down here, what we do is we use that website quality audit to determine the low-hanging fruit pages or the service pages that we need to work on. And for there, we do keyword research. And you can see in here within the proposal, I always write these little notes in here that helps them understand exactly what we'll be working on with those hours. So what you can see here is 15 hours for keyword research on existing pages. So that's doing keyword research for their service pages, their benefits pages. Again, those bottom funnel pages that are going to make that company more money, that's generally talking about their service. So if it's an SEO agency, it's going to be like your SEO page, your keyword research page, your web design page, whatever. If you're a software company, it's probably going to be things like features and benefits of that piece of software. So we start by doing keyword research for those. And then in month 2, we do a little bit more for that because we generally start keyword research at the latter half of the first month. So we'll do about 25 hours depending on the size of that website. I usually allocate anywhere from a half of an hour to an hour for keyword research per page. So for example, if this website had between 25 and 50 service pages, then this is the amount of keyword research that we do for it. But generally we're in that 15 to 20 hours of keyword research for B2B SEO. It doesn't take too much unless you need to build new landing pages on that website. So for example, if you take on a B2B client that doesn't have any service pages and you need to build those out, then you're going to need to spend a little bit more time doing keyword research to determine what those pages are and then helping them build the layouts for those pages, which would be in the on-page section of this. But after that, in month 3, you can see we then have 20 hours for keyword gap analysis. We use a keyword gap analysis to find new keywords to generate content topics for that website. So basically what we're doing is we built a little tool that's also within the blueprint that allows us to put in 5 to 10 competitors and then pull back the keyword rankings on their website that you don't have on your client's website and highlight those gaps. We'll then take those keywords and generate content topics off of that. So you can see here down in month 3, we're also starting their content strategy, and we'll also generate 10 topics with that. And then after that, we've got 6 hours a month for content management. We always try to get our clients to publish between 4 and 5 pages a month. We like to get aggressive with content marketing. That's where the growth comes from. The more content that you can publish, the better. So the more we can influence that and push them to do so, the more traffic that they're going to see. And with B2B SEO, again, remember, there's only a few landing pages, so there's only so much opportunity for growth. So we really want to get aggressive with our content marketing hours for B2B so we can generate more content to generate more opportunities to rank. And then every 3 months, you can see we're adding in another 10 hours to do a content topic refresh. So that's with B2B SEO. When it comes to e-commerce SEO, this is the breakdown for e-commerce SEO. So technical SEO, there's always going to be more technical work for an e-commerce website. The bigger the website, the more hours you're going to put in. Again, we usually put in 40 hours as a baseline for like 100 to 1,000 page e-commerce website. Anything more than that will go to enterprise pricing, and we'll jack that up a lot more. But then you can also see with keyword research, we're doing 15 hours a month. Again, this is just a template. You're going to want to modify this based on how many pages that client has. Also, your capabilities of doing keyword research for how long it would take you. But you can see here, we've got 15 hours a month, and this is only to focus on their existing pages. So again, with B2B SEO, we only need like a month or two of keyword research for those bottom funnel service pages. But with an e-commerce website, there's so many pages, and these are the pages that make the money, so we want to spend our attention on this first before we go to content generation. We're doing 15 hours a month of these, and then also 10 hours a month of on-page SEO to make those changes and improve them. So we're identifying the keywords. We're then going back and making page-level recommendations on how to improve the quality of each one of those product and category pages. And this can take time. So the more pages that this website has, the longer that we're going to want to pitch and stretch out those hours to continuously focusing on that. And then the on-page recommendations as well are really, really important for e-commerce. Sometimes we'll do like new page layouts, whatever it takes to improve the quality of those product pages, which again is where they're going to make their money. So you have to focus your time and effort there. But then in month 6, we move to content marketing. And you can also see that we have less hours for content marketing because generally speaking, and it depends, honestly, I believe in aggressive content marketing for any business, whether it's blogging, Instagram, anything. You should be creating as much content as possible based on what the amount that you can execute and afford to execute. We generally pitch a little bit less here because it's usually a lot easier too for e-commerce. Like it's a lot easier to write for like a makeup brand, no offense to anyone out there, than it is to write and create content for like a SaaS company because of the length and depth and all that stuff, right? And just the audience, all that stuff. So we will push these hours back and focus on that on the latter end of the first year campaign. It's important to note too that we only sign year-long contracts. If you're an agency, I strongly suggest that you only sign year-long contracts. You can give them a 30 to 90-day out clause to allow them to leave if you want, if they're really unhappy with the service. But you should still be signing 12-month contracts. That's just a no-brainer. Do that. But if the client has more of a budget, then they can decide that they maybe want to push these content hours up front. And if you have the capability, like if you have somebody, you have to understand what your resources are internally for an agency. If your keyword research person, your on-page person, your technical person are also doing content, then you might not be able to allocate those hours all in that month because it's the same resource working on that. However, as you grow, I strongly suggest that you hire people to manage each one of these things: keyword research, on-page, and content analytics, link building. We have a singular person that basically manages each one of those at the agency, and then we'll use a lot of contractors, freelancers offshore to help them scale up, and also a lot of automation too. You see all the tools that are in the blueprint. These are all built by David, my partner, at both the agency and at the Blueprint Training. We believe highly in automation, process automation, building tools that are going to help us scale while still improving the quality of the output and the service for our clients too. It's not just to help us make more money, it's to help our clients make more money too. Which also allows us a premium. You know, $200 an hour might be high for you, it might be low for you, an hourly rate, but we believe that we're able to charge this because of the value that we bring to the client. So a lot of people talk about value-based pricing in SEO. I still think you need to price based on hours. Please make sure to watch that video that we have about the different pricing strategies and how to price your service as an SEO agency. But I believe, you know, people talk about value-based pricing, that's the way to go, but I believe your value is it gets pushed into your hourly rate. That to me is how much you can charge for your service, because ultimately SEO is a labor-intensive service and there's a lot of hours that go into it, and you have to track and account for those. Otherwise, it's going to be really, really hard to manage your business economically and scale your agency properly. So, man, that turned into a much longer video than I thought it was going to. But again, these templates are in the blueprint. If you have any more questions about this stuff, just hit me on Slack and I'm happy to answer it. So I'll see you guys in the next video.